I went out in the pasture yesterday and didn't see one of our goats. Basically what happened is 2 checks in a row I didn't see this goat. The morning check is where we make sure we get eyes on all of them and make sure they're all okay. In the evening, and you're not feeding them, they may not all come to you, but in the morning when you're feeding, if one of them doesn't come out, that's really bad. I pretty much knew right away that something was very, very wrong. If one of them doesn't come when you're feeding them, it means they're probably dead, because goats, their drive for food is so strong. I pretty much knew I was looking for a dead goat. I checked the barn stalls, I checked the old barn, and I thought, like, what could have happened? So I was looking everywhere where a goat possibly could have, like, maybe she jumped in the loft and like fell down and got trapped or something. So I didn't find her. So I walked the perimeter of the fence, and that's when I found her. We've told the girls now it's my job to dig the hole. It's a hot and a sweaty day. The hole's done though, and I'm gonna go see who wants to come out to be part of this burial party.
Who's the flower for? Is it for Lucky?
You.
We're picking flowers to put in Lucky's grave.
Mom.
To make it beautiful.
Mom, this is yours.
We are out in the garden picking flowers. Gracie's baby goat Lucky died. Not today, it was actually yesterday, but we were at the Hollers yesterday, and so we didn't want to tell her yesterday. We wanted to have time to sit down and talk to her about it because we knew she'd be upset. It's devastating. It's devastating. I knew this day would come eventually. I didn't necessarily think it would be Lucky. But she was sick a few weeks ago, and I treated her and she got better, seemingly. I mean, all of her symptoms disappeared, but it could be that between us going on vacation and then getting home and finding the mold problem that I just missed it. I missed the signs that she was having diarrhea again. That and not lethargy, but just acting off was the main symptom that she had. And although it's really common for young goats to get something called coccidiosis, I'm pretty sure that's not what it was, just because of how she was acting. She didn't have a temperature, and her poop wasn't smelly and off-colored. I'm pretty sure she had a worms, an infestation. I didn't have her poop tested to find out what kind of worms. I just thought, hey, I'll try to treat this myself first, and I think that's what most goat people would do. And maybe not, I shouldn't say that. There's probably lots that would have had the poop tested. And she cleared up, so I thought, okay, we're good. I did treat her with an herbal wormer, because the herbal wormer isn't just wormer, it's also immune support and all these other things. And she cleared right up. But I think what I did was maybe not treat her long enough and stay on top of it. I've had plenty of other goats get diarrhea. They just do sometimes, and usually within a day or two it clears up, you know, with the herbs. So I think that's just this time I did not stay on top of it, and I take responsibility. You know, you really, with goats, you've got to watch them, especially where we live. It's extremely wet and rainy here. Also, because of the way we keep our goats, we don't rotate them. They don't live, you know, in the woods moving every day. And I mean, that's how most people keep goats. Obviously they do get browse. We do let them out to browse in the woods, but we don't rotate them every day. So anyways, the way that we keep goats, the way that most people domestically keep goats that just have a few goats, you have to watch them very closely. Goats get sick. Yeah, they just do. How are you feeling since we told you about Lucky?
I have a lot of work to do.
About what?
Well, now I have 2 graves to visit every day.
Show me the flowers you got. Beautiful. Are you ready to go bury her? I think Daddy's outside.
It was mostly me. The corn's almost ripe.
You know, Bubba picked one this morning that was totally perfect.
Are we gonna cook it?
He already ate it.
Raw?
It's good raw.
I have one more thing that I have to do to get ready for her burial.
What is it?
I'm just putting lots of pretty things in it.
And I know some of you guys are gonna be so sad and disappointed because you just thought she was the most beautiful goat, but I promise no one is more sad and disappointed than we are. And then Grace is.
What's a spoon? Yeah. Eat it. Can I eat that?
You can eat it.
Where did you get that? Over here. Oh yeah, Daddy's one.
Good.
Joy?
Have you tasted it yet?
No.
Taste it.
I want to taste this one.
To be honest, we've had almost 20 goats, and this is our first goat to die. It's really common for goats to die. I have honestly been surprised it hasn't happened before today, because everyone I know that owns goats has had goats die. Many of them the first year that they had them. And I don't know if that was luck or just diligence, because I have been extremely diligent, and I think it was just a perfect storm of, she was sick, I thought she was better, we went on vacation, I've been totally distracted since we found out about the results of our mold. And you know, every day we're getting more information, and you know, the problem is becoming more clear and more expensive. So I've just been really distracted. And with a healthy goat, that's not a big deal, but with a sick goat, obviously it is. You have to take care of the problem. And I mean, I thought I had, but I wasn't paying close attention. Though I have to say, I did not notice that she had diarrhea. I mean, if I had noticed she had diarrhea, I would have had her, probably hit her, you know, probably had the vet out, or gotten fecals from her and sent them in right away. Because if she'd gotten like sick again, I think the thing I could have done differently was, I haven't been spending lots of time with the goats in the morning. I've just been like taking care of their needs and then going back and getting some work done that I need to get done. Because I've had lots of work on my plate lately, mostly like on the computer. And so I know this explanation is getting really long, but I think some of this information will be really helpful to somebody else, and to you guys that don't have livestock. This explanation may be super helpful, even if it is lengthy. Yeah, so this is our first goat to pass, and I wouldn't say that I'm beating myself up, but I definitely feel responsible for not being as vigilant as I usually am. And I think that she would still be alive, to be honest. Now I'm just nervous that the other goats are going to get sick. So, I mean, my plan is to pay attention to all of them really closely, because they could all get sick. And I might do some fecals and have them all tested and just see if I do need to hit them all with a really strong chemical wormer. Around here, it's almost impossible to raise goats completely on herbal dewormer because of the humidity, because of how wet it is, which is, it's just, we have a perfect combination of heat and moisture for parasites. We may live in the mountains, but we live in very wet mountains. They are not dry or arid. Goats are from dry, arid regions, so that's where they thrive. And parasites don't thrive in dry, arid regions. I need to think through if I'm going to have the vet out to fecal test all the goats, or just to get the fecals myself and send them in. Probably first thing actually is to check the goats' eyelids and just watch them all really closely and see if anyone else is showing any signs of being off, even if they don't have diarrhea, just if they're acting lethargic or off or slow or uninterested in feed. All those things can give you a clue that your goat isn't feeling well. And Lucky had shown all those signs a few weeks ago, plus diarrhea. But she had perked back up before we left on vacation, or I probably wouldn't have gone. Joy's putting butterflies on my arm.
It's actually a moth.
It is a moth.
Only two. I like this one.
Don't touch her,
Joy.
Good job. I just thought, while we're on the topic of goats, I would just come down here and check on all of them. They were in the barn while we were doing that. Hey, goats. Hey, girl. Hey, Raven. Your baby died. Oh, Raven.
I said Mama Raven.
They might be looking for her, because even though she died yesterday, we just buried her today. Grace actually put a sunflower seed head and an ear of corn out here for the goats to come eat, so that they knew where Lucky's grave is.
Something I noticed this morning is Raven, when I fed the goats their alfalfa, Raven ate with them for a minute and then she stopped eating and just walked off. It's like she went in the barn, she was looking in the barn.
Wondering, you think she's wondering where Lucky is?
Yeah, I mean she's normal. That's like extremely unusual because they like eating.
She thinks she got food.
But usually they'll eat until the last little tiny bit is gone and lick the
and then they'll lick
clean.
it. Yeah, I guess I wasn't saying I think she's sick. I think I was thinking she probably went to go look for Lucky.
Yeah, exactly. Sad. Folks, this has been a sad event. In some ways not a surprise. I mean, it's always a surprise when you find a dead animal, but it's not a surprise that after, how long, 3 years or so keeping goats and keeping almost 20 that we had one die. It was a surprise because even though she was sick recently, she actually looked good the past couple days. So,
well, thank you for joining us, and I know some of you really loved Lucky, so I'm sorry. We'll see you guys in the next video.